Hello, everyone. Kimberly here with another 10-minute tidbit for high performance. And today we are going to talk about complaint and our complaints about whatever we complain about. So I had a really interesting relationship with the word complaint this week. I have an email list, and these people all signed up to be on my email list. And this week I sent out an email with an announcement, and I noticed that I got 2 complaints. So I clicked on it, and it didn't tell me what the complaints were or who made the complaints or what they were all about. And all of a sudden, I started getting really nervous. I'm like, oh my God, I'm getting complaints about my emails. Are they going to, who are they complaining to? The email gods? Are all of my emails now going to be put in spam or something like that? And then I realized that, because I was told, I'm not going to lie, that unsubscriptions, people that just unsubscribe from your list in the CRM that I have, they show up as complaints. Now, if I had just seen unsubscribe, I'd been like, okay, they no longer want to be here. But because I had the word complaint, and I know in the past when I have had complaints, what that means for me, I went into the complaint response. I went into my nervous system, started getting all jacked up. My head started spinning, and I was just out of control, starting to worry about all these things that could possibly happen, what this could possibly mean. And I no longer was in response mode. I was in reaction mode, right? So then I started to think about, after I got out of reaction mode, because it was pointed out to me that it was an unsubscribe, whatever. I started thinking about all the things I've complained about in my life. And I think about things that I've complained about, let's say to a family member, about another family member. So now we have 2 people who are in this complaint, who are feeling a little bit nervous system jacked up about it. And even though I may have forgotten about it by the next time I talk to them, if they didn't forget about it, it gets brought up again. And here goes the nervous system again. And that could go on for 5 or 10 or 15, or God forbid, 50 years over one incident. Because not only did I have the complaint, but I delivered that complaint. I got somebody else all hooked into that complaint, and it just doesn't die. But we've all been there where we've had that situation happen. And then we've all been there where one day we woke up and we said, you know what? I literally do not care about that anymore. It means nothing to me. I don't care. And the next time you talk to that family member that you complained to, and they bring it up, you actually say, you know what? I'm over it. Doesn't matter to me. I don't care anymore. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I'm unhooked from it. It means nothing to me. So if that's possible, if both things are possible, if it's possible for you to get all jacked up and all upset about something and have to complain to someone else, because, if you're not engaging another person, it's a thought you have in your head. You could be aggravated about something. You could be hurt about it. You could be resentful. You could be whatever. But if you're only internalizing it yourself, it's not a complaint. It's a thought. It's a non-productive thought, but it's still a thought. But as soon as you bring another person into it, now it becomes a complaint. So my 10-minute tidbit or less for you today is that, number 1, when something feels like it's an injustice to you, which is going to happen. Life happens, right? But when something feels like an injustice to you, before you go and complain about it to somebody else and drag them into your misery, because as we've heard, misery loves company, before you do that, get out of your own misery. Disconnect from the emotion of it. You can still have the complaint. You can still have the problem, but don't bring into your complaint session with the other person all of that jacked up emotion. Don't have them also buy into that jacked up emotion. If you want to complain to someone and you want to maybe get their advice, fantastic. Do it from a place where you're empowered, where you're no longer entangled with the emotion of it, where you're just literally dealing with the facts. Remember that show, Just the Facts, man? I think that was Hawaii 5-0. I'm not sure. But if you stick with just the facts, your complaint can be met with the other person, by the other person, with facts and not emotion. So that the next time they talk to you about it and they ask, you know, how you doing with that thing, you can say, oh yeah, it didn't get resolved yet. I'm working on it. I'm waiting for it. I'm whatever. But again, you're not then drawn back into this jacked up nervous system frenzy where now your head's going again too. And all these possible scenarios are happening when really nothing is happening. This happened prior. Whatever you have a complaint about right now happened in the past. It passed. It passed. It passed through your awareness. It's no longer right at this moment because you can't complain about it in the moment to somebody. Well, maybe you could complain about it in the moment if you complain about it to the person that's causing the problem, but you can't draw in a third party to share in your misery in that moment, right? You have to contact them after it happened. So allow yourself, please allow yourself the luxury before you go and share your misery with someone, before you share your complaint, disconnect from the emotion and just give them the facts. Ask for their support, ask for their guidance, ask for their tutelage, ask for whatever you need from them that you think you might get. Even if you just ask for them to listen, that's maybe all you need in the moment, but leave your emotions at the door and just give them the facts. And I promise you, all of your complaints will have two things. Number one, you won't be captive by them anymore. If it's brought up 10, 15, 20, 80 years from now, you'll be like, oh yeah, that happened. Wasn't the best. It might have sucked, but it's not affecting you today. And the other thing is, when you're not holding on to all that emotion about it and the injustice of it and things have to be a certain way, maybe that complaint will get resolved super uber quickly. Maybe you'll talk to the person that you wanted some advice from, or you wanted some commiseration from, let's face it. But you might talk to that person today about something that happened yesterday. And because there's no emotion behind it, they'll say the same thing to you that you probably 10 years from now come to that conclusion anyway. They'll say it today, you'll be able to hear it. You'll be able to act on it. You'll be able to let this go. You'll be able to resolve it. You'll be able to say, I had a complaint about something and poof, I don't have it anymore. So this is a high performance habit. It's a habit of being aware of when you're getting hijacked, and complaints are somewhere where we can definitely get hijacked for long periods of time, way longer than we should. I mean, honestly, if something happened way back then, come on now, let it go. Let it, address it. You know, do what you need to do to let it go, but let it go so you can move on. Alrighty, that's my 10-minute or less tidbit for today. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you have any questions or comments, please let me know below. You can contact me at Kimberly Trefz, TREFZ @gmail.com. And very soon, my new website's going to be up. So you'll have other ways to interact and to contact me and to work with me. So please let me know how much you're loving, you're loving your new complaint dynamic and how much it is serving you. Alrighty, have a great day, everyone. Till next time. Bye.